Alright, what's going on YouTube? Really quickly, actually, I just wanted to make a video talking about one of Mackenyu's tweets. Yes, Mackenyu, the actor that is playing both Seiya in the upcoming Knights of the Zodiac film, as well as Zoro in the upcoming One Piece live-action series from Netflix. But yeah, I'm currently trying to make a video talking about him and why he is very important when it comes to anime live action and, overall the future that he is setting himself up for, as well as his legacy already, as he also played a role in Rurouni Kenshin live action, which a lot of people say is amazing. But anyway, he made a tweet recently quoting someone else's tweet that I thought was actually very interesting, and I thought it was worth talking about. So yeah, a tweet came out from Platinum Equinox, and he said, one of the few anime live actions that actually turned out to be really good, Bleach, was handled with genuine care. They didn't just do it, they did it well. And that's why this film stands out as one of the good ones. Shinsuke Sato did us proud. And then he shows like a little clip of Ichigo and Renji's fight in the movie. Now, I'll get to what I think about this in a second, but the reason why I wanted to make this video talking about it is because of what Mackenyu actually said when he quoted the tweet. He said, people actually getting angry at Netflix for not continuing this live action. It went to Netflix because there was not enough people in Japan who cared to watch it at the cinemas when it was released. This movie only grossed less than 4 million USD during its theatrical run. And then he followed up that saying, the problem with live action bombs is not always connected to the quality or how faithful they are as an adaptation. It's also because they fail to attract, well, he spelled attract wrong, but anyway, interest from the general public while at the same time receiving major backlash from their own fandom when it came out. And I think that is very interesting that he pointed that out, and it's a very interesting thing to talk about. Yeah, live action bombs not always necessarily how well they were adapted, you know? Because when people like to bring up, oh, this live action was bad, and then they point out how well it did at the box office as like a fact to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's bad and this is why it's bad, because it did bad at the box office. Like, obviously that's not true. That's not the case. When you look at Death Note live action from Netflix, it did really well, actually. It did extremely well. Like, everybody watched that movie. It made a ton of money, and that's why they decided to go ahead and make another one. Like shortly after the movie came out, like they were like, okay, we're gonna make a second movie. Which ended up turning out to be, a live action series from the creators of Stranger Things. But like, that movie did really well. So you can't really use that as an argument of like, oh, this movie did terrible, so it's a bad movie. So I do like how Mackenyu mentioned this, and I like how he gives a little bit more insight on, potentially why this movie didn't do that great, or like just the idea of a live action adaptation not doing great, and that not necessarily equating to or being a product of, the filmmakers and what they did, or like the actual movie itself, but it, just people in Japan didn't really care to watch it. And, then it went to Netflix and didn't even gross that much money. And, it's just not necessarily all related to the film itself, but, I like that he mentioned that, and I like that he kind of gave a little bit more backstory as to, why this movie wasn't like extremely successful. But with that being said, I have seen this movie, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not that good. It's not that good, to be honest. Again, everything Mackenyu said, I completely agree with, and I respect, and I like that he, put it out there. But Platinum Equinox, I don't know who that person is. But yeah, everything that they said, I don't know, bro. That's a yikes. This movie was not that good. And I say that as a Bleach stan. Like, I love Bleach. My favorite shonen, literally. Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho, my favorite shonens. Like, Bleach is, oh, I love it. But this movie was not great. It wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't the worst thing in the world by any means. Like, I think there were good parts about it, but it definitely wasn't the best. And I am going to be saving all of my thoughts for a review. I just haven't made a video actually reviewing it because I haven't really wanted to rewatch it. Like, I guess I have to now, right? But man, I just, yeah, I haven't really wanted to rewatch the movie. That's why I haven't reviewed it yet, but yeah, I'll get around to it. Again, like it wasn't the worst thing in the world by any means. But yeah, I'll get around to it, man. I'll make the Bleach review eventually. Oh man. But yeah, I thought it was interesting at least to talk about and make a video about because, yeah, man, Mackenyu, you know, he's very important in the industry and especially to this channel being an anime live action channel nowadays. So, you know, the things that he has to say, I think, are worth talking about, as at least in this case, right? When he's talking about other live action adaptations and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I've currently been working on a video talking about Mackenyu because he recently did an interview where he talked a lot about the Saint Seiya live action and stuff, and I kind of wanted to just talk about that and cover that, and you know, sort of just talk about him as an actor and how he's taking on a lot of these roles in anime live action. So yeah, as I continue to work on that, I'm curious what you guys think of this and what he had to say about the live action Bleach movie that came out. Have you guys seen the live action Bleach movie that came out on Netflix a while ago? And what did you think of it? What did you think of what Mackenyu had to say about it? And what do you think in general about if this relates to other anime live action adaptations that have come out? Let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.